You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Episode number 14, 15, 16, whatever. I gotta keep track of that. But anyway, this is the Restore Order Podcast. Y'all hear me now? Okay, we here. Yo, what up? Restore Order Podcast. I was saying, Ike P isn't here today. His schedule got switched around, and Mondays is kind of bad for him, so we trying to work out a way where we can get my brother back on the show. Maybe we have to move to Sundays. We're trying to figure it out now. But right now, I got my other brother with me. My man, Immortal Technique. Y'all know the man.
Harlem in the building.
Harlem in the motherfucking building. Yeah. Oh, we ain't got the sound effects or nothing. No claps. See, I need Ike for that, because Ike be on top of the sound effect button, boy. He be on top of that, like, yo, what's the claps? We got the, Immortal Technique in the building, y'all. Legend, my nigga. This is my brother. Not only is he my brother, he's a legend, and he from Harlem. You know what I mean? We done been around the world together. We done tore up shows together. I just seen it. Back in the day, the Immortal Technique used to be the #1 battle killing nigga in New York. Fuck with him if you want. This nigga used to kill niggas.
No, like, people just think Immortal Tech. They don't think battler, but... You know what? I remind people, we was just having this conversation off camera.
Right.
And in the era that we were in, the battlers were doing this so that they could then shine and be noticed as artists.
Right.
And rap. And now it's become... The battlers will rhyme and do the battle scene, but they don't necessarily want to become a rap artist. They want to become they do comedian stuff, or they want to be an actor, and that's fine. I have no issue with that, because I feel like the people still have hip hop in their heart. They support the battle scene. I have no problem with that. I think it's good evolution. Also, remember, back in the day, only one person in the battle got paid.
Facts.
So imagine a boxing
There was only one winner. It wasn't a whole list of winners.
Imagine a boxing match where two boxers fight and only one of them get paid and the other one got to put money up for camp and everything, gets stomped out, and it's like...
So we had these 16-man tournaments, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
And you may win this battle, but you ain't win the battle. You just won to get to the next round.
Right.
And then the next round, you got a battle, and if you win that, you get to the next round.
Or the bragging rights joint, the 32-man tournament.
Oh, my gosh. It be niggas, right? You never know who you gonna go against.
The biggest tournament that I ever did was the Rocksteady battle. It was, I want to say...
You won that one too, right?
No. I tied in the finals, and then I lost in overtime to Idea. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Idea. Wow.
And it was funny because I had a quasi, like, I wanted another shot, and me and him went at it for like another hour. I think Slug has the footage. I opened up for Atmosphere and him in Amherst College. And me and Idea battled each other for an hour, like just back and like monsters. But I came at him super hard because I felt like I was distracted. So when I seen him, I was like, "Yo, Mikey, no rap, nigga, let's go!" Like, no. And he was like, "Fuck it!" Like that's what I liked about Idea. He was a monster.
That's something that's missing in today's battle rap.
Run up on you.
Run up. Listen, I got the Sway 7 challenge going. I'm running up on niggas on they block. Niggas that feel like they want to do it. I'm dead ass. I put it up. Niggas, I got a couple niggas that hit me like, yo, you serious? I'm dead serious, my nigga. If you really feel like you built for it, hit my Cash App and drop your location. I come to your block and knock your head off.
You feel froggy?
Yeah, you feel froggy leap, nigga. I knock your head off, nigga. That's how it was. That little element is missing. That's why I started my challenge to bring that little spice
here's
back.
Something interesting for the people to digest too.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about, and you mentioned several times the total lack of professionalism that's involved when people start swinging.
That's why Restore Order's even here.
Faces.
That's why Restore Order is here, Tech.
This I remember Poison Pen ran those battles down in Wetlands. You couldn't touch the other person.
Hook.com.
Yep. And if somebody grabbed or manhandled the other person, security would throw you off stage.
Disqualification. You're not even going to ever come back and battle again. You're fucked up. You're not even allowed back.
But I think it's very hard to take that element out of it now. Now, the physical aspect is almost part of the battle. The pocket checks, the dunking, that's not going away. If anything, I feel like it's created a new dimension, because somebody could be very, very good at, let's say, boxing and fighting, but if somebody gets in your head in the pre-fight, they could use that against you.
Right.
I feel like the physical aspects are just that. They're getting inside your head. They're supposed to try to distract you from the actual bars, and a person has to have a level of concentration that other people don't have.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I think today's battle rap is a lot of premeditated stuff. So,
Sure.
you know, you go home and you come up with a game plan for your opponent. And, you know, normally when a nigga sit down and they have to think about a whole plan of attack, you normally want to stick to it. That's why you probably don't see that much going at niggas like it used to be. Not the pull-up, because niggas want to stick to their game plan. But then you got the little knuckleheads. Like, we got a knucklehead that we got to talk about today, you know what I mean? We got a little clip we going to show, but you got the little knuckleheads that's really out here doing dumb shit. And it became a point where it was no longer about bars, it's about moments and little shock value moments. Like, we come from an era where our shock value was the bars. We would say something crazy and everybody go, oh, you know what I mean? Now niggas is really trying to do little physical things to make the crowd react. And it's like, okay, the physical shit is getting a little too far. And the clip I'll show y'all in a minute, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And for those who know, y'all sent me the clip, so y'all know what I'm talking about. But we gonna play it. But yeah, that's the big difference between now and then. I like both. I did both.
Right.
You know what I mean? Tech did back then.
Back then, not now. And if I could be totally honest, when you told me you was going to do it again, I was like, really?
You and
gonna
Penn
get back into it?
Penn told me not to do it.
Right, but
Facts.
then you started killing people, and it was like, oh,
It
man.
was fun. Yo, listen, this is remind me of karate tournaments, bro. It remind me of tournaments, bro.
You know what one of the highlights was? When I really knew you was on it, like you had killed a lot of people.
And then I came up around y'all. Y'all niggas is killers.
But here's the thing. Do you remember, rest his soul, Archie, and we went to go see the battle. You was battling on Smack against
I already know, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yo,
that
listen,
was an
I watched my battles.
massacre.
Recipes, J Arch, right?
Oh man.
I watched my battles just to see him stand behind me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, the
like
old solo?
The old solo battle, the old red battle.
My son want to see this nigga in the box.
Yo, I got JR's son in the building, right? And when Caleb was born, I battled those solo.
Oh, solo. You was born.
Yeah, and Arch was like, yeah, my son want to see this nigga head in the box. You know what I mean? Yo, son, rest in peace, Arch, I miss you, boy. He was there right behind me for Young Cannon.
Yep. Oh, I remember that one.
Young Cannon was a body. He was there behind me for that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it was. He brought a different element to the team, like, you know what I mean? I miss that. Nobody that those are shoes that can never be filled. Never. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just gotta live off those memories for real, forever. Rest in peace, J Arch.
Rest in peace, brother.
Yo, so Tech, what would it take for you to battle now? I mean, I know you superstar Tech, my G.
It's so ridiculous.
Tell the truth.
A lot of people have come to me like that, and I remember the first time Penn ever came to me, and he goes, "Technique, what would it take?" And I looked at him and with a dead serious face, you know what I told him?
What?
I said $500,000 and half the pay-per-view, and he said, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, dude." So I said, "I want half the pay-per-view."
That's gonna stab it. That's gonna stab a nigga. Listen, I get it.
Let me say this. That's not out nowadays, though.
Right. The pay-per-view.
There's two people out there that's getting half of the pay-per-view that I can confirm.
Ain't nobody getting $500,000 though.
Not $500,000, but there's 100 out there for you.
Who's getting the half a pay-per-view?
I don't want to say no names, but
Mook probably get Lux probably get that shit. I'm pretty sure they go hollow. You know the three top, the hollow, Lux and Mook. I'm pretty sure they probably
definitely getting a piece of the
or a piece of it. Maybe not 100%. Half, but they definitely getting a percentage. Definitely. So it's definitely feasible. I don't know about $500,000, but they'll meet you somewhere, Tech.
That's funny.
Yo, they're throwing around a lot
of. Who's the biggest league right now? Would you say?
URL.
Obviously URL. But who's the biggest league on the come up? Would you think?
RBE.
RBE's paying.
Yeah.
You know, good battles.
Yo, they bought 40 Cal
40
back.
40 Cal's going back.
40 Cal about to battle Ill Will February 29th.
Let me ask y'all something.
40 Cal coming back,
Since we're talking about boxers,
right.
Isn't it important for someone like, let's say we seen this situation with Soul Khan and people coming back after not battling for a long time? Just like a boxer, don't you need a tune-up fight Don't you need a tune-up battle? Isn't it important for you to step back in the ring? And if you come from another era of battling, then you're fighting Mark of the Queensberry. It's totally different.
Yo,
shouldn't you need
preach, nigga? Talk.
In my mind, I feel like battlers who come back to the game without doing a warm-up battle, I feel like they're doing a disservice.
Talk to the choir.
I get you want the big name. I get it. You want the money, but you're not gonna be doing the format the best. You're not gonna be performing at the best unless you actually know how to battle in that era. Unless you're sitting there and then all of a sudden you realize, okay, this isn't a song I have to memorize.
Right.
A song is 3/16.
Uh-huh.
Homie, I have to memorize like 8 songs, right? I gotta memorize like
they want you to do
80 bars,
3-minute rounds.
80 bars.
You know what I mean? 3-minute rounds apiece. You're doing 3-minute rounds.
Okay, in common time, 4/4. A minute of rapping is about 24 bars. So if you're talking about 24, 72 bars at least, at least per round. So if that's the case, you're literally on top of what? You're on top of 216 bars at the very minimum.
My niggas be wanting to do unlimited rounds. Are you fucking serious? When you break shit down like that in numbers, B, niggas be wanting unlimited rounds, bro.
Yo, Disaster went an hour.
Yo,
literally.
son, so kind of disaster. Hold on.
I watched that battle.
Oh my God, why?
And we're all older for it.
Yo, son, listen.
I have no gray hairs. Look, I'm 41 years old.
Look, you watched that battle?
Ladies and gentlemen, look out here. I'm 41 years old. I have no gray hairs, but I got one during the SoCon disaster.
My nigga, you watched that battle. You watched that battle, and by the time it's finished, you come out looking like Moses when he came down off the mountain, my nigga. Hey, yo, listen. That battle is 1 hour and 47 minutes long, bro. A battle, bro. That shit is longer than the movie Paid in Full. Yo, it's longer than the movie Bodied.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's longer than Bodied. No, these are facts. You can pull it up. Pull it up.
It is.
It's facts, nigga. I did it. Paid in Full is 1 hour and 37 minutes long, bro. It's 10 minutes longer than Paid in Full.
Yo, but let
bro.
me say this though. In 40 Cal's defense, I don't think 40 Cal is like the rest of these guys. Like, he's been studying. You know what I mean? And
well, we're not saying him personally. I'm saying in general, when someone does come back, I always see people like, for example, look at Cannabis. If he had a warm-up match, I feel
I got 30 pages of rhymes in this motherfucker. I feel like that would have
been totally different, right? Absolutely. And keep it real. I seen Supernatural there, and I saw the look on his face. And
disappointment.
I talked to him afterwards, and I said, "Yo, what went wrong?" And he goes, "He needed practice."
He was disconnected.
Now, mind you, Supernat didn't
That's
say
the word. That's the word.
Supernat didn't say he needed a tune-up, but that's technically what we were both kind of alluding to. He said he needs practice. He needs to come back to the sport, because if that's the case, then you're not giving your all. You're not giving it what it could be. Right. You're selling the fans short. Essentially, what you're doing is using your name just to get people in the building. Right. But you're not really giving them the art of what they're supposed to be doing. Right. And I feel like in my heart, if I see somebody rap for that long, at some point it just gets draining. At some point, yes. And then the uncomfortable pauses, like,
yo, listen.
Who stops the battle if it's unlimited? Does organic?
No, nobody stop. That's why I'm saying. There's nobody stop. The rapper stops himself. Nobody's gonna call time. Nobody. They would let you rap for an hour. It's ridiculous, bro.
So what if somebody decided, for example, right, to say, I'm gonna take an unlimited round and just wouldn't stop rapping?
I'm walking the fuck.
No. Everyone's leaving, but can they turn off the cameras? Can they stop the pay-per-view? Can they cut it off? Like, technically speaking, if I want to rap for 17 hours,
of course they can cut it off.
Nah. Literally, I know somebody what do y'all do?
Niggas is rapping like they trying to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, B. Hey, yo, listen, let me tell you something. When it comes to battle rap, especially nowadays battle rap, less is more. Less is more. Compact, cut the fat. Compile that little shit to all the little potent shit and throw that shit in one little 3-minute verse, man.
Yo, but and it's a good question for you, Tech, too. Like, Disaster rap literally 60 minutes straight, like no exaggeration.
Yo, my nigga, looking at
that's a lot of bars
of nothing though. He wasn't saying much of shit. all the good bars, if he would have cut out if he would have trimmed the fat and just left all the good bars, he would have a crazy round.
I think that also there's something to be said about people that have transcended the era of battling. Like, for example, Swave, he was around during them times and then went there.
Facts.
Disaster is another person who was doing that. Thesaurus, Ilmac. I recently saw a battle with Ilmac and
Marv won. Quest McCody. Yes, they was around.
Who actually won the WRCs.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, I was there. I'm sorry.
Facts.
No disrespect, Ilmac and Thesaurus. I love y'all, but they did win. And
I was there.
And then Harry did switch the cards.
Harry did some bitch ass shit.
Which is why when Cortez said that day, I was like, ooh.
Harry did some bitch ass shit.
Victory in battle rap history, and I said, damn, Tez.
And he even admitted that he had the power to override the judges or some shit he said. If he felt like, so what the fuck you even got judges for? But that's a whole other story though.
So you think it's content versus instant gratification, like shock value? Like now with
shock value runs battle rap now. Shock value in moments, yes. Yeah. It runs battle rap now.
Punching a guy in the mouth or taking out somebody's picture of a dead relative.
Yeah, that shit is. But that's whack.
But hold on,
That shit is trash.
This, though. So the problem. The problem.
But that's not new. Remember 106 in Park in the gin battle where a dude ripped out a dude. He was battling a dude, and he goes, Jin, how's your sister? I should know. I got the pictures, and then he took out pictures.
I forgot all about that.
This has been happening for a while. Right?
But SoCon did that shit back in the days too, though.
But you know what my biggest problem with that is? I don't mind that they do it because it's some of it's good. But my problem is the people that are doing it aren't built like that to be doing it. You get what I'm saying? Right. People are literally, like my younger cousins who are like 25 years old don't know who Wu-Tang is, but they learned how to rap watching battle rappers on YouTube. Right. So like there's a whole nother I don't want to say nerds.
They don't rap on beat.
No, you hear these guys today? Because that's why they're learning how to rap on YouTube.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that there's like a whole thing of like nerds. I don't want to say nerds, but like a different kind of like rap from when we were like, back in the day. Like anybody could do battle rap nowadays.
The battle rap is definitely.
Like but wait a minute, you touched on a very interesting thing, Heavy Bags. Not only can anybody do battle rap these days, anybody could do rap. And that's the difference. It's like, hold on for a second. If Swave was Branford Marsalis, right, an extremely accomplished trumpet player, and he got on stage and played the trumpet, people would say, wow, that's incredible. And me, I'm a middling, I used to play jazz trumpet when I was a baby, right?
Right.
And then now I don't play no instruments, but I'm in the studio doing instrumentation, stuff like that. But imagine a person who's never played the trumpet and picked it up today and gets up and goes, da, 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 da. In the industry's eyes, Branford Marsalis and the dude who's never held a trumpet in his life belong on the same stage. Which is, I think, an interesting thing about battle rap.
Facts.
See, battle rap is a child of rap.
That was kind of crazy.
So if battle rap is a child of rap, then isn't battle rap just following the trend of the forefather that brought it up and says, well, hey, if anyone can come in here, then anyone can come in battle rap. There are advantages to that and disadvantages. The good thing is that anybody could walk in there. Anybody could start a league, right? I never heard of RBE before until a few years ago when they still started making these there. I ran into a bunch of people. I think it was ARP and the two other individuals that really told me about how it was moving. Right. I came to a bunch of them. They always show me love. Big shout out to them. But imagine that. They didn't need no one's permission. They didn't need a gatekeeper. They said, no, we're going to take the initiative. We'll do it ourselves. We'll get an investor. We'll get people to come out.
Right.
We'll pay good money. And the fans will support us. And we'll make money on the pay-per-view. We'll get back. And if it doesn't work, then we won't keep doing it. And obviously it's worked because it keeps doing it. So if you think about it, how the hell is it good to have, it's always good to have a gatekeeper, but you don't want somebody that's not going to let nobody in, right? But at the same time, there's got to be some level of professionalism that people expect, right? Instead of just nonsense, because keep it real, that's something that Penn told me. I'll get you one second. That's something that Penn told me. Penn told me that he always liked he enjoyed the feel of the other battles, but he said the bars were always better when people had premeditated rounds. He was like, when you're freestyling, you can't get enough content that's just that good enough.
Right.
A person who's a middling rapper who's not like the best writer in the world, if you write and then you have time to sit down and look at something, then you can absolutely tear somebody apart.
Facts. That's one of the reasons why I love battle rap nowadays, because they give you that time to actually prepare and craft something around your opponent. That's the part about back in the days is we was freestyling. We battled probably 4 or 5 niggas in one night. You know what I mean? Right? And just your brain is a muscle. It gotta rejuvenate itself. You know what I mean?
That's where skill comes from. Because
Facts.
said he battled 34 people, right?
Right.
So the thing is, you did that off the top. That takes skill. That takes a talent.
Right.
I can watch a YouTube video or sit down, talk to Swave, pay Swave, because ghostwriting's okay now. You know what I mean?
Ghostwriting is
I have
definitely
talent. I don't have that skill.
Right.
But I can come in and I can research you, see how you rhyme, see what you've done, and give a good show.
Can they hear her?
More like a battle rapper. You know what I mean?
The other thing I was going to say is this. You brought up a great point. Ghostwriting isn't seen as a taboo
Yo, Jess,
subject.
I'm about to make you come sit over here, man.
No, but here, how about this? But let me ask a question then. If that's the case, and we're relating it to that, do people care if there's ghostwriting in battle rap? And if the answer is yes, then why aren't they angry?
There's been ghostwriting in battle rap.
Everyone who's out now, because I guarantee every single person, even the top tier or the top tiers, and this is no disrespect to them,
Right.
they gotta have somebody that they bounce things off. Maybe that was also the problem with rappers that come back. They don't have a person that's gonna sit there and be like, yo man, let me train you. Like, who did Sokan bounce his bars back off to be like, nah fam? Like, there have been times when I've known people who are close to me that will say, yo man, that call me on the phone, yo, what do you think of ba 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 ba? I'm like, yeah, that's dope. And then, I hear it in the battle. But I guarantee you that the top of the top tiers have somebody else around them, either other battle rappers or just funny ass.
I keep it real, niggas either hate me or they love me because I ain't no yes man. Niggas tell me they bars, I tell them straight up if they hotter than not.
Like, you started, you know what I mean? You started in the streets, you started in the clubs, you started, and that's how you build yourself up. You did it in ciphers.
Right.
I've been to a million ciphers.
Yeah, come over here, Jess. You want to sit on? You don't want to sit on camera? You talking? You asking questions and all that? You gonna have to get on the mic so they can hear you.
We'll get it here next time.
Absolutely.
Don't stress up, man.
The wife of my boy, my deceased brother JR, his wife and his son is here. We got them in the building, so if you can hear her or you can hear her vaguely, she's over here making brilliant points and all that. So I was trying to get over here, but she camera shy right now. She acting real funny right now. You know what I mean? She here with us though.
Yo, and then speaking like now that I'm thinking about what he was saying, Tech was saying, yo, like that's too friendly too, cause like you gotta break to your friend.
Right.
Yo, your shit ain't what it need to be.
Nah, but if you a friend, you should though. I don't think you should. Listen, I ask any team Hami member that knows me. I'm very listen. Don't practice your bars with me if you want me to. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you the honors. If it's hot, I'm gonna be like, yo, that shit ready to go kill. If not, I'm gonna be like, hey, wait a minute, we ain't about to go in there like that.
Yeah, you don't want to get donkey today.
Yeah, you will get donkey today. Like, you gotta change that.
Yeah, yo.
You know what I mean? I don't think that's strong enough. I'll try to find the nicest way to say it, but I'm definitely gonna say it. Yeah, don't go to fight like that.
I got a question for Tech if you don't mind me.
Nah, go ahead.
Would you consider yourself industry or no?
I think it depends. I've always been invited to those type of events, and I've always been around that. But I think, to me, that has a different connotation in the underground world. Industry means like bougie, disconnected from like the underground, and I'm doing an underground fundraiser on Thursday at SOBs, fam. Like, I'm in the underground all the time, and I mean, keep it real. It's funny because one of the first times that I reconnected, I met Rakim when I was young, and I reconnected with him a few years back. And he was telling me, he's like, yo, I feel like I'm still in the underground. I don't feel comfortable in the industry. but Rakim is embraced in the industry.
Yeah.
The industry will roll out the red carpet, and everybody who's a rapper who knows anything, even the kids who don't know Nas, they know Rakim.
Yeah.
They'll say, oh, that's the guy A$AP Rocky is named after, the legend Rakim, and they'll be like, yeah, but he's also following the leader Rakim. But see, interestingly enough, I think for me, the whole connotation of industry involvement is, I think, sometimes what messes up battle rap. Right?
Well,
people want to be involved because there's been so many times where people have tried to take battle rap and put it on TV, and it never came out perfectly, right? It never came out right. They were never able to capture that street feel. You know, I think there's a few times that came close, like with the
BET was good.
Yeah, the BET,
Right.
or the smack joints that were just the random ones,
Right.
where you just showed up, like the joint in Queens we went to. That was cool, where people were behind a brick wall. You know, shout out to my man Serge out there in Corona, Queens.
Facts.
I think what was cool about those things is that for me, being an underground artist that's been independent his entire career, right? Never took major label money, nothing, but I always had a distributor. And then first, my distributor was a very, very small distributor. It was just Felipe Coronel distribution. Right? Then I got to Caroline EMI. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna work with Caroline. Then from there, I worked with someone else who was through Koch. Then the middleman left, and I went through Koch. Then after Koch, I said, okay, I have to leave. I have to go to Ingrooves. Ingrooves to Fontana. Fontana to somewhere else. I've had more distributors than Johnny Carson has had wives. And I tell people, don't stay somewhere where you don't feel happy. I was at Orchard. At first, I loved Orchard because we had a connect there named Lindsay, who was a really nice person, but as everyone who's ever had any kind of deal will tell you, if the person that brought you in and helped you is not there anymore, then the people don't take the same attitude towards what they have to have. So when I walked in there and I spoke to the general counsel about the points that I needed and the things that I needed to continue the contract, I felt like they didn't understand or respect the vision. Because unlike other people, I've never asked for money up front from distributors or anything, because I know there's more money to be made on the back end. Similarly, we extended this type of thinking to shows, for example. Like, if someone offers me a show and they're saying, oh, here's $20,000, and I say, okay, cool. But what if the venue holds 2,500 people or 3,000 people? Now, I can do this in other markets, obviously not New York, LA, but there's some foreign markets where I can get away with 2,500 people. Bottom line, if at the end of the day in their foreign currency it comes out to $40 a pop, why am I taking 20 short when I could be making 60 large? A person has to know their worth.
This nigga Tech know his business, B. This nigga know his business. One thing I can tell you about this boy, this nigga know his shit, boy.
Of course.
You not getting over on this man.
But I actually,
understanding currency, because you have to understand the dollar's not worth shit anywhere else.
Word.
The dollar's not worth shit here.
I asked you if you was, you consider yourself industry too, because I wanted to know like what they think about battle rap. Like, I know we all know they all watch it.
I don't hang out with
I know, that's why I asked. Like,
this nigga be with us.
I know, but I'm just saying, like.
But I will say this: that the people I've met people who are super industry who watch battle rap.
Nah, even I.
I
Fact. That's a fact, though.
And people have been like, "Yeah, I love that stuff."
Right.
Ed Sheeran. He's watched battle rap before.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Facts.
The people you wouldn't even expect. I've met Woody Harrelson. He's seen battle rap before. I mean, everybody that I've never run across. And
Joe Rogan.
I've heard George Clooney's a very big battle rap fan.
Word?
Seriously.
Wow, George Clooney?
Swear.
That's fire. I ain't know about that one. I know
Joe Rogan likes battle rap.
Joe Rogan likes battle rap.
We were talking about that on the show.
Yeah.
Came on the Joe Rogan show.
He actually tweeted me a while back, talking about how he like watching me fuck niggas up. Shout out to my nigga Joe Rogan. Facts, you know what I mean? And he a fighter, and I'm a fighter, so I give him a little extra respect, because there's a YouTube video of Joe Rogan kicking a sandbag.
Crazy, right?
He was going crazy. I can only imagine the way that shit would have hit somebody's rib cage or something. You know what I mean? But that's me thinking martial art wise and all that. You know what I mean?
You want to take a quick break?
Yeah, we can go to a break.
Come back
go to
to that
break.
clip. Yeah, you want to talk about this?
Hell yeah, we're going to come back to the little, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go to a video real quick.
15 minutes of fame. You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio. Let's go.